Are single women over the age of 30 a high risk? True or false? Sharp Game coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com, author of Boss Life Secrets, which can be found on Amazon.com. So this is a question I got about 2 weeks ago, actually. Long time listeners want to know, are women over the age of 30 a high risk? And what's my take on dating women in the 30s? Because he's in the 20s. I think he's 28 years old. So he said, what's my take on dating women that's in the 30s if you're in the 20s? So it's not a bad question. I would say age does make a difference. Before I get into that, like, subscribe to my channel. Smash that bell below, that way when I come online you won't miss out. So I would say in this day and time, age does matter. The woman's age does matter. The man age doesn't matter. But the women age matters more than guys. You might be saying, well, why is that? What's the difference between a man and a woman? Well, that's a good question too. Because us guys, for the most part, the older we get, the more established we tend to get, and the more mature we tend to get. And we tend to learn our lessons from the past. I said the majority. I didn't say every guy. But, and plus, it doesn't matter how old you are as a guy, you can still catch women, any age. So, let's take my age. I'm in the 40s. I can catch any age. 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. I got like best of both worlds. Right? That's what happens when you get older. When you become an older guy. That's how it is. In my 20s, it's a little bit different. Would I have been able to do the same thing? It's possible. But being older, it tends to be easier. Because I think it has a lot to do with women kind of look at you different once you get older. And some women like older guys, or I don't know, they necessarily like older guys, but they like guys that are established, successful, doing whatever they're doing. So I think that's one reason why it's easier. Yeah, I can have my cake and eat it too. If I want to meet a girl in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, it's whatever. That's why it doesn't really matter how old the guy is, because he can still catch. Now, some women don't like that. They say, oh, that's unfair. But you know what? That's how it is. There's a lot of things that's unfair in life. Life isn't fair. But that's how it is. That's how it is. You know, who said life was supposed to be fair? I don't know. You know, but I tell it how it is, not the way I want it to be. A lot of women have a problem with that. A lot of guys have a problem with that, surprisingly, but that's how it is. So I would say this. If I'm in my 20s, when I was in my 20s, I wasn't looking for a 35-year-old woman. I wasn't. I'm being honest. When I was in my 20s, I was looking for a woman that was in the 20s, basically. You know? And see, what happens, there's one thing I could say is, the older women tend to get, they start picking up baggage and bad habits, and the kids come along. Um, that's true. That is true. So if there's a high risk, it's the baggage that women pick up in the 30s. Some women get divorced in the 30s. So if you're a guy that's in the 20s, or maybe you're in the early 30s, you ain't never been married, you don't got no kids, you basically, you want to get married, you meet this woman, she got 2 kids. Are you willing to marry a woman with 2 kids? Some guys, majority of guys say no. Very few guys do that. That's not something that happens all the time. I know very few guys that got married to a single woman with 2 kids. Very few. You know? But personally, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't marry a woman with 2 or more kids. I wouldn't. That's just me, though. But I know some guys that have done it. But I would say, in order for a woman to pull that off, she can't just be an average woman, though. That doesn't work. If she got 2 kids, she can't act like she's one of these other girls out here with no kids. That doesn't work. That doesn't work so well. So, I think a lot of guys, you say high risk, a lot of guys look at it like a woman with 2 kids, if he get married to her, that's a ready-made family. And he don't have no kids. And that's a lot of responsibility. So, but this is one thing that I've learned. Regardless of what you do, decisions you make, there's always going to be risk. But you got to be a smart risk taker to minimize the risks involved. But let's just keep it real. A lot of these guys be talking that yakety yak like they got something to lose. I don't want her to take all my money and take half of everything I got. Like they got something to lose. Like they got millions of dollars. Like they're rich. If you're a working class dude, let's just be honest. You have very little to lose. The best a woman can get from you, if you're working class, for the average guy, is child support and alimony. That's the best a woman. Okay, she take the house. Who cares? Go get another house. Who cares? If she can't afford to get the house, the judge ain't gonna give it to her anyway. If she can't afford to keep it, so the judge might order 2 of y'all to sell it. Who cares? Just go get another house. Oh, she might take my cars. Who cares? Go get another car. Oh, she gonna take one car and I take one. Okay, just take the car you got and let her take one and go get another one if it bothers you that bad. The stuff can be replaced, but the time can't. And whoever said that you're supposed to keep the same house for the rest of your life anyway? That's another thing. People buy houses with a 30-year mortgage, and they think they're supposed to keep it forever. People get attached to material things. My philosophy is this. I don't love nothing that can't love me back. I don't have the possibility or the potential to love me back. That's my philosophy. So I don't love cars. I don't love houses. I don't love money. These are just tools to help me accomplish whatever I'm trying to do. A car is just helps me get back and forth. A house is just some place for me to lay my head. Money is just gives me more options. But I don't love money. I love what the money does. Give me more option. I don't gotta go to the job and kiss ass. But that's it. But if you ain't rich or wealthy, the worst thing that could happen is you might be paying child support and alimony for what? I don't know, what, 2 years tops in most states. Now some of these states got crazy laws. I heard somebody said in California, I think, you might be paying alimony longer than 2 years. I said, okay, whatever. But that's just it. The worst thing that could happen is child support. So how much risk are we really talking about here? He said, oh, she's going to take half of this. Half of what? What do you have to take? Every guy has to answer that question. Because a lot of guys said, oh, they're so scared to get married. Like, for what? What do you have to take? Some of these guys need to boss up, man. Take charge of their lives. Focus on building up your paper. Stop thinking about some woman all the time. Try focusing on yourself 80% of the time. Building up your paper. And spending less time thinking about what a woman wants, what a woman needs. And see what happens. Just do it for 12 months. And see what happens. I can almost guarantee you that things will change. That's what my newest book is all about. Boss Life Secrets. Go get it. Amazon.com. So hey, like this video, share this video, click that little bell below. That way when I come online, you won't miss out. So until next time, I'm out. Peace!